Here's your wrestling news for February 10th, 2021, and your headlines for today include Nia Jax's Ow My Hole line from Raw trends on Twitter. Nia Jax receives ambassador offer from Bidet company after her hole goes viral. Lars Sullivan reveals interesting character pitched for him in WWE. WWE executive Nick Khan talks about WWE being sold. Alexa Bliss's obsessed fan does the unthinkable again. Crosses the line way too far. Kayla Braxton calls out stalkers bombarding her hair salon with mail. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon own way more combined WWE stock than Vince McMahon. What does this imply for Vince McMahon? Kevin Owens is still upset about Royal Rumble referee Botch, and more. We're kicking off today with this week's Raw, which saw Lana defeat Nia Jax in a tables match, bringing their near half-year feud to an end, but that's not what fans will remember from the February 8th Raw. During the match, Jax missed a leg drop on the Ravishing Russian, and in the heat of the moment, microphones picked up the Women's Tag Team Champion shouting, "Ow my butt! Ow my hole!" We are not sure if Jax meant to say this out loud, especially as WWE censored her hole comment, but fans certainly enjoyed it, as both Nia Jax and My Hole were quickly trending on Twitter. Jax is at least taking all this attention in her uncomfortable stride, as on Twitter, she said that fans have sent her a whole lot of love and appreciated the support. Jax's butt injury was the least of her problems as she'd lose the tables match to Lana, but at least she did get a job offer from Tushy, a bidet company, who sent a letter to Ringside News offering the tag team champion a free product if she signs on as an ambassador for the company. It's ironic that WWE's rule against third-party deals may keep her from this ambassador role, as we doubt the company wants Jax promoting bidets. Hopefully Jax will recover from this injury, and knowing how WWE works, we wouldn't be too surprised if fans are able to buy whole 316 shirts on WWEshop.com by the end of the week. One man fans won't be seeing on WWE Shop is Lars Sullivan, who was quietly released from the company last month. A career plagued with controversies and injuries, fans never got to see Sullivan at his peak, but now we have an idea of what could have been. On Instagram, the former superstar posted a concept art for a character named the brilliant behemoth Lawrence Sullivan. This art, which sees Sullivan don a 19th century attire, does look legit, as it's very similar to how WWE pitched character changes to the Revival before they left the company. Now fans will never see what could have become of the brilliant behemoth, and with Sullivan himself saying he's done with wrestling for the time being, we may not see him for a long time. Now, if you ask some fans on the internet, WWE has been going out of business for the past couple of decades, but that's not how the company's president, Nick Khan, sees things. This week, Khan was interviewed by Forbes, and when discussing WWE moving their network content to Peacock, refuted some reports saying that the company is looking to sell up and be bought by NBC Universal. He said, "We haven't discussed it once, at all. We love what we're doing with NBC, but no, there's been no dialogue internally or externally on anything like that." With the USA Network being part of NBC Universal as well, this means that SmackDown will be WWE's only show not part of the company, as they remain on Fox for the time being. Khan also discussed Vince McMahon and made it clear why WWE isn't for sale with an anecdote about the chairman. "With Vince, who I've had the good fortune of knowing for a number of years as an agent when I was with CAA, and now working with him directly, that hunger is still there, and I think that hunger is pervasive throughout the company." Khan added that the culture of the company is to strive and work harder than before, which is the tone set by the chairman. Despite falling ratings and the rise of AEW, WWE have been securing record profits, and whilst WWE may be struggling in terms of viewership, Vince McMahon's baby isn't for sale. We have a worrying update regarding Alexa Bliss now, as the man who is harassing her has made a claim that he's at her home. The Twitter account, that goes by AlbertLittle666, tweeted that her home looks amazing from the outside and wonders what the inside looks like. This is the latest part of a targeted harassment of Bliss, as Albert has claimed that he is her real husband, has threatened the life of her fiancé Ryan Cabrera, and has said he apologizes for what he's going to do next. We can only hope the authorities will get involved and ensure everyone remains safe, and that Bliss doesn't have to deal with this fan anymore, and that Little gets the help he needs. Bliss is by no means the only WWE employee being harassed by fans, as Kayla Braxton is being harassed outside the company. "Stop sending fan mail to my hair salon. They're getting bombarded and it's not cool. I echo my coworkers who had to write something similar recently. This is called stalking and it is a bad look. You can send mail to the WWE Performance Center." The coworkers Braxton is alluding to include Sonya Deville, who narrowly avoided a kidnapping attempt by a fan last year, Peyton Royce, who put out a message recently about having packages delivered to her home, and Alexa Bliss, who is currently being harassed by a fan who believes they're married and has threatened her actual fiancé, Ryan Cabrera. We can only hope fans listen to Braxton and respect her privacy, and that all examples of WWE employees being harassed by fans comes to a swift end. There's been some huge power plays behind the scenes this week, with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon now owning a greater stake in the company than Vince McMahon. New SEC filings show that on February 4th, Vince bought 19,875 additional shares, giving him a total of 89,496, which is far less than the combined account of the Game and Stephanie. Triple H bought 5,644 shares, meaning he now has 87,046 shares, around 2,000 less than his father-in-law. Stephanie McMahon also picked up 5,644 shares to bring her to 82,042 shares, and giving the WWE's power couple a total of 169,088 shares. WWE executive producer and chief of global television distribution Kevin Dunn bought 7,552 more shares. He now has 81,411, whilst new WWE president Nick Khan acquired 15,310 shares, and Bradley Bloom also picked up 4,770 shares to reach 29,687 shares. For as long as WWE has been around, Vince McMahon has been the unquestionable top dog of the corporate ladder, but now he could be overruled by his daughter and son-in-law. With reports that Vince has been attending fewer and fewer events, recently missing over a week of programming, these shares could be the latest sign of the chairman stepping down, or at the very least, his children taking more responsibility backstage. Whatever the case, these executives clearly have faith in WWE given the amount of stock that they're buying up, though we'd probably be putting our money in GameStop just to be safe. Back to the ring, and at the 2021 Royal Rumble, Kevin Owens seemingly had the Universal title match won thanks to a botched segment involving handcuffs. During his last man standing match with Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief was handcuffed close to the floor, and though he couldn't get up before the count of 10, the referee stopped the count so the match could continue. Speaking this week on The Jake Asman Show, Owens was still ticked off about the spot and the official, saying, "I'm still recovering from the Royal Rumble. It was a pretty rough night for me. I was thrown off a 12-foot platform onto a bunch of tables. I got hit by a golf cart. I jumped off a forklift that was about 10 feet in the air. I burned my arm on a light that was part of our setup. And to top it all off, I didn't win because I think a referee got paid off or something. A lot to recover from. I've never been cheated by a referee that way before. I used to play hockey in Canada as a kid, so you would think it would happen before." Going into more detail about the handcuffing incident, Owens said it goes to show you never know what can happen in a WWE match. He explained, "I had a few options on how to approach it. I could try to knock him out, but he's a tough guy. I figured I could go after his legs so he couldn't stand up, but it wasn't working that well. He went a different route and tried to throw me off high things and hit me with vehicles. Different strategies. Towards the end, I turned his own trick on him. I brought handcuffs. I handcuffed him to something, and I thought I had him. I really did have him. Some screw-ups from the referees, and here I am, sitting in my car without the Universal Championship. It goes to show, no matter how prepared you are for a match in WWE, you never know how it's going to go." Despite 3 title match losses, Owens stunned Reign on the post-Rumble SmackDown, implying their feud is far from over, and hopefully WWE will be able to figure out a less complicated spot than those handcuffs the next time they meet. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.